It's humbling. It's a great feeling. It's humbling. I mean, knowing that millions of people watch your content every day, and they resonate with what you do. It's a humbling feeling. It just takes me back to when I started, my career as an actor, and all of the days where I was struggling to get this role or that role. And then, one day I just decided to pick up content creation, and then by God's grace, we're where we are. So every time I just remember that, I feel nothing but sincere and utmost humility and gratitude to God. I always remember those days, so it keeps me humbled all the time.
At what point did you decide, I'm going to focus more on online comedy? I'm going to put something your
it's funny that you asked that, because I never saw myself as a comedian.
Oh, wow.
So to say. It's why I really don't get angry when people say they don't find me funny. So I'm also humbled again for the millions that find me funny, right? So because in school, I studied theater at Shakespeare. So in school, everyone that knew me for serious drama. I love drama a lot, Yes, we would do comedy when I had to, but if people knew that, when you want to see acting, serious acting, ADEBOWALE, and virtually all of the plays that I performed, I was always the lead character, different characters, maybe the Oba today, the soldier man tomorrow, different things, So, and that didn't really have comedy in them. So, but then I knew I was going to pick up content creation. So I would call it comedy because when I was doing it, I wasn't convinced it was comedy. I just wanted to do something for myself. But yes, you're right, because I knew that people wanted to laugh. I knew that those that were making people laugh online were making headway, and people were following them, people were watching them and enjoying them because they were making them laugh. You understand? So, the space that we are in, especially digital media, people just want to be relieved of their stress. I mean, if someone is at work, you catch a small break, you just want to check your phone, scroll, and just see something exciting, and then you laugh. So I saw all of that. I'm like, okay, I've been adamant. I've been saying, look, I just want to do serious films and all of that, and big projects, but I mean, yes, that will always come, but why not just also try this? Since we are still waiting for the big break in Nollywood as a professional actor, So why don't you just start? And that was when I realized, okay, look, let me try this. And I started it, and to God be the glory where we are today.
Yeah, to God be the glory.
Well, End Sars came with blessings and curses. Because, yes, as you rightly said, I was doing well already. I was already doing well at the time. Why I say it came with blessings and curses is there were also a lot of people that did not like that I was doing that. Some people would even come to me and say, "Oh, I don't even watch your content, but your personality, what you stand for, I love it. Well done." While some other people will insult me online, abuse me, so that's why I say.
So let's shift away from so that we'll get tense. So let's look into the ADEBOWALE skits.
ADEBOWALE content is a satire, simply portraying the recklessness of the married man that has refused to stay committed to his marriage or his relationship, and is going around looking for other women, but never succeeds. And that's very intentional because we want to continue to preach the right message to society. So when we started, featuring one or two ladies and everything, so the audience was this man is like, he likes, he's freaky that he's looking like this or looking like that. So it was actually the audience that even made us realize that this particular character had a spec. So we just went along with that. Okay, that this particular character, that is spec. Some people, they will like their women slim. Some will like their women. Some will like them fair, dark. So, but what we also now do is contents that are not that related, maybe, we find a way to ensure that, okay, it's also balanced. Because those that are not endowed come and say, because I'm not, and also because we do not want to put unnecessary pressure on the women to now say, because I have to look a certain way. No. In fact, we have done content too that, moderately, just be who you are. Anything can come your way, just the way you are. I think that will always come. Even if you are not famous, I want to believe that you will have admirers come. Nice, look nice, so we cannot take away that. And at the same time also understanding that personally, I like to respect people. I believe everyone should be treated with respect and dignity. So I don't like to offend people. Meanwhile, that does not translate to carelessness or recklessness on my part. I, for one, totally embrace a lot of people coming into the space. Because now, so many if I come, people were already there when I entered. I came, more people came in also, and more people wanted to come. You understand? But what I just always admonish everyone is, be careful. No one is perfect. So I think everyone just needs to tread with caution. There are very sensitive issues that I don't like to create content around, rape, children, using children as objects for those, there are boundaries, there are limits that you cannot cross, For even, there was a time too people were talking about, Mr. Macaroni, women in his this thing, women in his that, and I always try my possible best to let you know, bring it to your attention that this is what you see is totally different. What we are doing is preaching to the society, and we do that with a lot of moderation. You'll never find that the daddywa character touching women in what's the word? Yes, grouping. Yes, in content or just doing things. There are sometimes we need, for sake of drama, we need to explain one or two things, but it's done in moderation. So it's a societal issue. It's not only in the entertainment industry. It happens everywhere, and I've strongly condemned it before, and I still condemn it again. Because what I always say is, when I have this conversation, what I say is, how many can you sleep with? If you say sex for road, so the person that comes in, how many people will she sleep with before she gets to where she wants to get to? So, and again, I would not only hold the men accountable, the women themselves too also have to be held accountable. You don't go about, just, you have to be able to say no, because, some would accept, some would do it, say, and that's the only way. But no, that's not the only way you can get there. No, you understand? I think we all can do better. I'm not ready for a relationship or anything beyond a relationship for now. My head, that's not where my head is at. I don't know what the future holds, but right now I'm not giving it any thought. I don't know. We pray that that's the prayer of any. That should be the prayer of any Nigerian. Regardless of who you wanted to be president or not. The prayer of any Nigerian should be that Nigeria should get better. You understand? So whether it is this administration that can do it, I don't know. I just pray that Nigeria can get better. I had strong reasons for not supporting PDP and APC even before the elections, before any candidate came out. I already said, for me, I will not cast my vote for anybody in PDP or APC. I do not hate the politicians there. If these two parties that we feel are the biggest are just there and they continue to be lackadaisical about governance because they know that it will be either one of them to be there, then why can't we have something else? So I said that since End Sars, and I stood by what I said. And I did vote for Peter Obi. So if Peter Obi was in PDP, I would not vote for him. Wow. Yes.
It wasn't the person?
Yes. Because I already just said that PDP APC is out of it for me. That was my only reason. You understand? And of course, we still also have a lot of younger candidates. There's Showore. There are different people. So of course, there are reservations too. Nobody's perfect. At the end of the day, we just all feel, okay, this person can do it better, or that person can do it better. So, for me, whether it's this celebration, I don't know. All I can say is I just pray that Nigeria gets better.
Do you think the last election was fair?
Absolutely not. It wasn't, because of especially for the rigging. At least that's something that is in court. So, well, we know the way the judicial system is in Nigeria, but we'll wait for the court to give the verdict, right? But why I say it wasn't fair was because of the voter suppression, voter intimidation across board. What happened during this last election was totally unnecessary, totally ridiculous. How ethnic tension was stoked, how the bigotry, and it was just painful to see. At the end of the day, like I keep saying, people want a better Nigeria. Why do you need to say, oh, you must not go out to vote? And how is that going to be fair and fair? The person that was not able to vote, or the person, some people that started running, or will they call that a free and fair election? Absolutely not. In fact, my polling unit, there was a time some people came and they wanted to disrupt it, but we stood there like for a year, for a year. So we that witnessed stuff like that, how do we call it free and fair? It's a tough one, because I've always loved to serve. I still love to serve. I love to serve. I believe that a life worth living is a life lived for others. But the Nigerian political space is so toxic. I don't think it's something I want to do. I don't know what the future holds, but if you ask me, I don't think it's something I want to do. A lot of people have asked me, so I've thought about it, but all the times that I've thought about it, I'm like, I think there's a curse around that space that just corrupts good men. We've seen men, great men, men of valor, that we are all respected, go into that space and become something totally different. Yeah, so because I've been able to divide criticism, what it means. There's constructive criticism and then there's hateful criticism. So I love constructive criticisms. People say, oh, Mr. Macaroni, this is your content. Well done. But this thing that you said here, do you know it has a way that it will make people feel, you break it down, you make me see reason. That's different from, Mr. Macaroni, you and all this, your useless content. You know that your head is not correct. This thing that you now said now, don't you know that? So there's a difference. You cannot talk to me the way you did in the first place and I will have a problem. Any sensible person cannot have a problem with it. You say, thank you, God bless you. I will work on it. If you yourself want growth for yourself, that is how you should behave. When people, nobody is perfect, so you cannot know it all. You will hit some, you will miss some. So you have to be, you owe yourself that responsibility. Oh yes, yes. There was one guy that said some really nasty stuff. Insulted my parents. So I went into the guy's DM. And there was something he also said that was a lie. But and they lie a lot. Just because they want to insult you, just attack your reputation. So I went to it, I said, I now want it. I said, where did this happen? Blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, Mr. Macaroni, you messaged me. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. This one, that one. I'm just so frustrated. I really like you. But, a lot of all these government people, when they attack you, and you also join to attack you. So it says when they attack you, and they also join. So sometimes they send them recharge card, or if they beg them for money, they give them. So at the end of the day, most of them even do it because they are just following. And I can relate. Because when I was also jobless, I have done things that, before I used to be a Twitter nuisance, 2010, 11, fresh out of I finished secondary school 2009. So fresh out of secondary school, 2010, 11, I was in Leeds City at the time. So I didn't have any job. I was just always on Twitter, nothing doing with my life, just abusing celebrities. There was even one time when the band and Nollywood were fighting, you see the one was abusing the I was abusing. I confessed to him by myself. I confessed to him by myself. So one day, Don Jazzy, so that's how I can relate, because one day, Don Jazzy retweeted one of my tweets. I insulted him. He now retweeted that tweet. And then I made a grammatical error, a blunder on that tweet. So there was something that guys used to do in the days. You will now put bracket, you now say background or something like that. So he did that. It was an insult to him, but you know the Jazzy doesn't really care. So he just did that. And I was just so happy that a celebrity retweeted my tweet. And I went into his DM. Boss, all my tweets now play and they play. No, cruise. And he just said LOL that he knows that I should just have fun. I said, boss, bless me, I'm in university, this thing, I'm working on a project. I just cooked one lie because I wasn't expecting him to give me anything. I just cooked a lie. This man sent me 350,000. Then
he still does that.
Oh, of course. He sent me 350,000 then. I went to buy boat 5. The BlackBerry was there. I went to buy boat 5. They stole that boat 5 from my hand. So I'm sure that was more like a punishment. Like, you insulted this man, he still sent you money. So, so that's why I said I can relate. Sometimes you also have to feel pity for these people. The country is hard on them. They don't have things really going on for them on their lives, and some of them have given up hope. So what they can just do is insult people that they feel they can never meet or match up to. But I strongly admonish and hope and pray that they realize that there's more to life than that they are better than that, they can be better than that. Just need to, the time and the energy they take in trying to bring others down, they need to focus it on themselves, and they'll see that they too will do well. I'm someone that sees life from the angle of lessons rather than regrets. So anything that happens to me, I pick up lessons and I say, this is what I've learned from this, from that. Perhaps the only thing I can call a regret is that I didn't start content creation as at the time I wanted to. Or as at the time it was up. Because when them Craze Clown, Maraji, Twice, when these guys that really, Baba Adon and Co, that really laid the foundation, when they were doing it, we were also in school and we were watching them. And this was stuff that I was already doing among my friends. But I never just picked up the phone and I was recording myself because I just felt it was silly. It was a silly thing to do. So if I had known that it will still what I will do later, I would just start up then. But for me, I just see life from the angle, I see life as a school. And then you will learn, you make mistakes, definitely. There's nobody in this life, you make mistakes, but just learn from them. 10 years, I'll be 40. Wow. Oh yeah, hopefully by God's grace, of course, a greater place that I'm currently at, but not just for me. I want to look, in 40 years, I want to look back and be able to see how many people that I've been able to build by God's grace. People that have now become household names via Mr. Macaroni Entertainment. So once there are a lot of talents. A lot of talents that just want to be groomed, that just want to be given that opportunity. And we have started a number of people that work with Mr. Macaroni Entertainment, and we can also see them doing things for themselves now. You understand? But we just want to do more. Because that's for me, like I said earlier, a life worth living is a life lived for others. It will never be a function of what I have or how many properties I've been able to acquire, but how many lives, how many people we have been able to build. So I want to look back and see Mr. Macaroni Entertainment as a house that houses other houses, that houses other houses, a house that has built so many lives. You understand? So yeah, and of course, growth career-wise, as an actor, I'm very intentional about that now. That's why, a lot of Nollywood projects that we've been doing, cinema projects that we've been doing, I try not to take too many comic roles as comedy. I don't really do comedy for cinema projects, because if you want to see comedy, you go to my YouTube channel, go to Instagram, you already see comedy there. So, but if you want to do films now, so my love has always been drama, melodrama, what have you. I want to focus on that so that people do not only see Mr. Macaroni as the comedian, but when they say ADEBOWALE ADEDAYO, actor comes to mind, a versatile one that can take on as many roles. So yeah, just all-round growth, and I'm sure by God's grace, everyone will witness it and see the growth as we continue to advance.